Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We are here for episode 21, the season 2 finale of our Formula 1 23 My Team career mode. If you guys aren't already, be sure to smash that subscribe button. We're approaching 300 subscribers. Drop a like on the video and hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video is out and the rest of the videos after that. But we got quite the challenge ahead of us for this season finale. We're gonna recap quickly what we've gone through this season. It is by far, I would say, even given the position that we're in right now, it has been the worst season in any Formula 1 23 or no Formula 1 game save, I guess, that I've had, not including season 1's, because obviously we're never good in season 1 because it's the first season and we're not really contending. Anyways, to recap, we started off the season in Australia with our brand new teammate Yuki Tsunoda, and it was not a good race. We finished in P13, just outside the points. After that, we had a few point finishes in the other races, and then halfway through the season in Spain, we hit rock bottom. We were just really slow. We were blocking up all the other cars, and we were able to keep that P4 until we pitted, and then our true pace was revealed and we dropped down to P15, and we did not move up. We actually moved down 4 more spots after that, finishing in P19 because we were just so slow. But after Spain, we had 17 points up on the board, and we were 50 points back of the championship. But after that, at the home Grand Prix, that's when things started to turn. We won our home Grand Prix for the first time, putting us on a pretty good run of performances. Right after that, we had that failure in Belgium, but I think we had pretty good pace in that race. Yuki Tsunoda went on to win, and he got the fastest lap as well, so 26 points for him in that one. And then since then, we have won every race since. We win in Singapore in the wet weather. It did dry up towards the end, but we made the strategy decision to not go on to the slick tires because there were only a few laps left in the race. And then the file got corrupt, so that's why there's no United States Grand Prix video, but we won that race, which was the race just before this one. So now we are 25 points behind Charles Leclerc to try and win the Drivers' Championship here. But as it currently stands, we are sitting in P4 in the Drivers' Championship, so 25 points between 4 drivers. Those drivers would be myself, Charles Leclerc, Lando Norris, and George Russell. I don't have the exact tally, but Lando Norris is about 10 points behind Leclerc, and then I believe George Russell is about 17 points behind Charles Leclerc. So basically, we have to win this race, because if we don't win the race, then we won't have enough points to tie Charles Leclerc in points, and then B, Lando Norris and George Russell, they cannot finish in, I think, above P5. If they finish above P5, then we're going to lose even if we win the race. And Charles Leclerc cannot finish in the points at all unless we get the fastest lap as well, and he manages to finish in P10. And then in the constructors standings, we are in P6, I believe. Right now, we're about 40 points behind, or 30 points behind Mercedes, and they cannot finish too high in the points as well if we want to finish P3 in the constructors to fulfill our sponsorship obligations that we signed on to at the start of the season. So that means that I'm gonna have to win the race. Yuki Tsunoda is also gonna have to do pretty well here. And a bunch of other drivers are just gonna have to have really bad races. And then on top of all of that, we have a 10th place grid penalty because we put in a new ICE for this race. So we're gonna have a 10th place grid penalty from wherever we start. If we get pole, we're gonna be starting in P10, and so on. You guys could do the math. But it is the last race of the season, so hopefully some of the other drivers will also have engine penalties, and hopefully that will mitigate the penalty that has been brought upon us by taking a 5th engine in the season. But we are here in the last lap of qualifying. We did pretty well in Q1 and Q2. Q3, though, we seem to have slowed down a little bit. We're in P9, Charles Leclerc up at the top. Lando Norris is just behind me. And we're going to see here what we could do in the final few turns. We're 5/10 up on our first flyer with a 121. Can we improve? Well, we are going to improve, but can we improve in our final standing as we cross the line? Lando Norris puts up the fastest lap, and then we cross the line, and it's going to be a P3. So we're going to be starting in P13. Given that no other drivers have engine penalties, we will see. Hopefully we can start a little closer, but we're gonna have to have an amazing race. Yuki Tsunoda is gonna have to have an amazing race as well, and we're gonna have to get super lucky. A miracle is needed here, and we are gonna have to be super clutch if we want to clinch this drivers championship, and on top of that, secure P3 in the constructors. But let's get right into it. We got Lando, Carlos, myself in the top 3 for now. Charles Leclerc in P4. But yeah, let's get into this race. Let's see what we could do in the season finale. All right, we are here for the season finale, and we're gonna need an absolute miracle if we want to secure either of the championships here. We have that engine penalty. We qualified P6. So we should have qualified or started in P16, my mistake. But a few other drivers have also suffered engine penalties, so we are actually starting in P10, which not a bad spot. Hopefully we can overtake a few drivers to start, and then once the DRS gets turned on, then we can really start to plow through the grid, hopefully get to the front. I think we have the fastest car R&D wise. So we're going to see what we can do here. Not the greatest performance in qualifying, which is a little worrisome as everyone is slowing down for this little chicane here. We also got Yuki Tsunoda starting in P17. So I'm hoping he has a banger of a race and he's able to push through as well, because Lewis Hamilton is one of those drivers who has a grid penalty, and he's starting at the very back of the grid. So maybe the P3 in the constructors is doable. We're still quite a ways away from Mercedes in terms of points. We're gonna have to at least have one podium finish if we want to pass them, and obviously George Russell, who's starting I believe in P4, maybe P3, he's gonna have to lose quite a few spots. But we're getting set on the grid here. We said a quick little prayer before this race. Hopefully the tides turn our way. If not, it was a pretty good comeback of the season. Still a little bit of a letdown, but we did our very best in the back end. But we can't worry about that anymore. Let's get right into the race. Get on the grid here. Fire up these tires. Let's see what we can do in the Season 2 finale. All right, here we go. For the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the last race in Season 2. We got 5 red lights, and this race is underway here, and we are gonna get a pretty good start off the line here. We're gonna overtake a few drivers, try and send it down the inside of turn 1. Oh, we have a little bit of contact with Alonso. He pushes us, or we push him wide a little bit. Oh my god, and more contact with Alonso. But we're able to squeeze through. We got 2 spots through the first few turns here, but we're a little bit of a ways away. Behind the front of the pack. Hopefully this next few turns here let us catch up. There's a little bit of traffic always on lap 1 in this race. All right, so we're right on Gasly's tail up in the P8. Let's see here if we can make a move into the, I guess the bank corner. I don't know what the proper name is. I believe this is turn 10. But we put up a purple sector 2 here. We go wide, and we're wheel to wheel with Pierre Gasly now. We really need to push through if we want any hopes of getting to the top of the grid here. Wheel to wheel with Gasly once again, and no contact. Great racing there, and we are able to get into P7 now. Go a little wide here. Oh god, that's not a good sector 3. So DRS has been enabled. We're still quite a ways back from Alex Albon. Pierre Gasly trying to see if he can have a look around the outside. But I think we're playing the long game now. We just got to pick off these drivers one by one. Hopefully there's some incidents up front, some traffic. With all the traffic, hopefully some front wings go loose, and that's going to cause some drivers to pit. Allow us to gain some more spots. Now remember, we have to win the race here, so a lot on the line today. A lot on the line. And also, the 3 drivers up front, Lando, Leclerc. Oh no, actually Leclerc's in P4 here. Where? So it's Lando and Russell in P1 and 2. But these drivers cannot finish in the points, so unless they get into a major accident, it's not looking good. But we're gonna try our best here. We can only control what's in our ballpark, I guess. Yeah, we got Leclerc and Perez. They're starting to bump wheels, going side by side. We're gonna dive down the inside of Albon. We don't really mean to do that, but we're gonna get the spot. And now we are behind the current championship leader, Charles Leclerc, who's down in P5. And I think with the way the grid is currently ordered, Leclerc would lose out on the championship to Lando. So Leclerc is gonna be desperate here to try and get back out in front. We're going to see if we can pass him, put him to shame. So we're right behind Charles Leclerc. Now we're going to try and dive bomb down into turn 12. And we're going to get past the championship leader up into P5. So we got good pace. And we got a safety car. So are any of the drivers going to pit here? Oh, Perez going to pit. So he's probably going for a two-stopper then. I don't know what's going on. Is anyone else pitting? Doesn't look like anyone else is pitting. Maybe he's got damage and that's why he dove into the pits to get a cheaper pit stop. But he's gonna have to go onto the hard tires until the end, or he's gonna have to do a two-stopper. But here comes the safety car. Are we going too quick? Cash a safety car queue. I guess we're doing another lap. Oh, safety car is in this lap. Oh my goodness, I thought we had another lap. But we have caught up, of course, with George Russell and Lando. Carlos Sainz is diving into the pits. Oh my god, they went for a double stack after the safety car reset. What in the Ferrari is that, man? That is... Why would he do that? Why is Carlos Sainz diving into the pits now? He had the whole safety car period to do that, but we're underway here with George Russell and Lando. We're down in P3. We got to overtake both of them. They're already trying to gap us here, or they are gapping us, I mean. They are pretty quick in those cars, but can we stay with them? Lando's being a little slow at the moment. We could possibly get a move done on him before DRS is even activated. We might go for it here. We're going to turn on the battery, see if we can take P2 in this race. We definitely have the quickest car on the grid here, and Lando pushing us wide through turn 9, wheel to wheel. He's gonna etch in front. We're gonna upshift, get a little more traction because we're on a dirty race line, and he's able to squeeze through again. We're gonna see if we can dive down the inside, as we've done many times in this race before. A little bit of contact with Lando, but we're able to squeeze in, and that's gonna get us up into P2 here. Now we've got to stay within DRS range of Russell. We're already falling behind here. And Lando is probably going to have DRS on us here, so we're going to use the battery just to try get in that DRS window. And then after that, it's going to be a battle to keep the lead because these drivers are quick. They got the car, they're good drivers, and they got the help of DRS. Oh crap, we're not in the DRS window. Oh no. Okay, so Lando might pass us here. And I think we are going to be pitting in the next few laps. I think lap 14 is the pit window, or when the pit window opens. Oh, whoops. Oh god, okay, Lando's not gonna pass us here. He's got DRS, he's not passing. We are gonna get DRS on Russell. I wonder how our pace is gonna be in open air without the help of DRS. For now, we're just gonna let Russell drag us along until probably the next straight where the DRS opens. We might just overtake him without even necessarily trying to, because we are definitely a lot quicker than him. And he is trying to go for the move here. We got DRS and battery, but we're too far back with George Russell to do anything significant, and we're just gonna dive down the inside of the chicane and keep that P2 spot. Now hopefully we can close in on Russell here. We had a pretty bad lap here. We're on lap 12, so almost halfway through this race. We've got a yellow flag up. Oh my god, there's an incident. There's an incident. That has to be safety car. Okay, we're gonna pit. We're pitting this lap. Oh my god, there's a big incident back there. I don't know what happened. Oh my god, we got a red flag. We got a red flag. That was something happened. I'm gonna put a replay up for that. The whole pack just bunched up. Lando might have spun or something, but we got a red flag. And obviously we're gonna go onto the hard tire here. So how do can I go on the hard tire here? I just want to make sure I'm hitting the right buttons. Edit strategy. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna start on a hard tire, obviously. I'm gonna go on that until the end, so everyone here gets a free pit stop. And why did I just add a stint? Revert that. Okay, so we're starting on the hard tire. You guys probably just saw the replay go up, but let's get back into this race and see what we could do here. Hopefully we are a lot quicker than Russell. Everyone's gonna be on fresh tires, but let's get back into it. We're starting in P2. For the second time here, we're gonna have 5 red lights, and this race will resume here in Abu Dhabi. Russell with a little bit of a slower start here. See if we can beat him into turn 1. And everyone just on the hard tires. We gotta watch out because those tires are gonna be kind of cold probably. But yes, we are in P1. We are leading this race now. I don't know where Charles Leclerc is. That's a person we have to keep an eye on. Lando Norris also falls back. Piastri is taking his spot in the McLaren. George Russell fighting back here with wheel to wheel through the left-hander. Now we really need to push here. We need to get out in front, so we're going to try and use the battery, but that slipstream is so OP. And Russell is actually going to try and make a move on us down into the chicane, and Piastri almost T-boned us. Oh my god, we almost lost it there. And we got another yellow flag. Okay, it's green flag, so I don't think there's going to be a safety car or anything. Looks like everything is fine. And Russell is behind us now, or he's still behind us. Piastri almost had to go. And wow, these tires are very, very nice and grippy. So we need to push here. We need maximum pace for these next few laps. All right, DRS is enabled here. We put on maximum pace, and we've already got a 3-second lead over George Russell and the rest of the field. So the only thing we could do now is try and go for a fastest lap. It's going to be hard without DRS. And then on top of that, just stay in P1. I'm not sure where Charles Leclerc is. I can't get an update on him. And I don't think Yuki Tsunoda is doing well either. Let's see. Where is he? Teammate status. Okay, that doesn't work. Not working today. As usual. Let's see. Where's Yuki? He might be in last here. Oh, no. He's close. He's close. And he didn't give us a position, but they said 4.9 seconds. So he's probably in P6. He's hovering around there. The whole pack is still bunched up behind, and because of that, we just ran away with it. So hopefully no safety cars as well. We're just going to put our head down, bank in these laps, and see what happens. Not much we could do at this point besides win the race. All right, we're going to try and go for the fastest lap here. I don't think we're going to get it. The tires are too worn down. This is like my 3rd attempt now to try and go for the fastest lap. The quickest lap at the moment is a 123.2. Let's see if we can beat that here. All right, we got 2 red sectors, so I don't think we're getting it. The tire wear is just too high now. We can't keep grips with the car to push to the maximum. But let's see, we're gonna cross the line. Yeah, we're like 5/10 slower than our previous quickest, or our quickest lap, not our previous quickest lap. But race update, Yuki Tsunoda is in P3, so it looks like we might be able to hit our sponsorship goal of P3 in the constructors. If he can take that one last spot off of Piastri, I think that would seal it. But P3 to P2 is only a difference of 3 points, so I'm not sure how much of a difference that's gonna make. I forgot the exact number that we're behind Mercedes, but I think the Mercedes are not doing too well either. I see one Mercedes pitting right now. That's probably Lewis Hamilton, and we are having an awful lap here as I start talking. But it looks like both the Mercedes are in the back of the field, which means they might be pointless here. Charles Leclerc, I'm not sure if he's in the points. I can't get a race update. Oh, wait, no, I can get a race update on him because he is my rival. Oh, my God. Okay. I don't know if I want to spoil it, but I think for your guys' sake, we got to keep you updated to the maximum. But once I get on the straight here, we're going to get an update on Charles Leclerc, see where he's at, because I'm 99% sure he's my rival. So we will be able to get an update on him through the engineer commands. Let's see, we got 4 laps to go left in this race. Let's see if I can find it here. No. Rival status. Oh my god, dude. Let me do the update, please. Oh my god. Oh my god, we might win the championship. We might win the championship. Oh my god. No way. A miracle has possibly happened here. Oh my god. Okay, we just gotta finish the race. We gotta finish the race. We're 10 points ahead of Lando and George Russell for sure, because they're not even in the top 5. Sonoda's in P3, so we might win the Constructors and the Drivers' Championship in the last race of the season. Oh my god, come on. Come on. Let's go, baby. Come on. Alright, so we're headed on to the last lap here. I don't know if it's 100% if we clutch the championship. Mark hasn't said anything, but we're 25 points behind Leclerc. My only worry is that Lando is still in P6. So he could possibly, because he's in P2 right now, and P6 I believe is 8 points. But I'm not sure if he's that far behind Charles Leclerc. We're gonna find out here. Yuki Tsunoda with an amazing race as well. He started in P16 or something like that, maybe P17, and he has managed to get up into P3 and put us in the best spot possible to take Mercedes P3 in the Constructors Championship. I think I was a little bit too excited and I said we're gonna win the Drivers and the Constructors, but that is not true at all. We could get P3 here, which I'd be 100% satisfied with. But through the final few corners of the Season 2 finale, can we win the championship? We're going to find out here. Pretty sloppy few last turns, but it doesn't matter because we got a 7.9 second lead over Piastri. We're about to find out here if we probably made the biggest comeback in F1 history. Let's find out. Come on. Oh my god, we won it! Oh my god! Oh my god! Let's go! Oh my god, I cannot believe we did that. Holy crap! Oh my god, an absolute miracle, man. Holy crap, we needed so many things to happen there for us to win that championship, and all the pieces fell perfectly, and we win the championship. Oh my god, this has to be the most amazing comeback I've ever witnessed personally. Oh my god. Okay, so we take P1, 25 points, and I believe that tied us with Leclerc. We're about to find out here. Yuki Tsunoda in a P3, so double podium for us. Not a 1-2 finish, but double podium nonetheless. He scores 15 points, I scored 25, so that's good enough for 40 points. Miracle number 1 was Mercedes. I think they were able to finish in the points, but preferably we didn't want them to finish in the points, and we needed like a double podium here to pass them. I still don't know if we actually took P3 in the Constructors, but they have an awful race. George Russell finishes in P16 after starting in P4, and then Lewis Hamilton starts or finishes P19 after starting in P22, so not a great race for him. Miracle number 3, I guess, was Charles Leclerc could not finish in the points. If he scored a single point, it was over. He was going to win the championship, even if we won the race. Actually, if we won the race with the fastest lap and he came in P10, then we would still win. But anything above P10, we're done. And he finishes in P13. Okay, so this is the first time I'm seeing it, but Ferrari decided to go for a double stack after a safety car reset. And that's what put Charles Leclerc so behind. No, that's impossible. Oh my, how can they screw? That's not even a screw up. That's pretty much intentional. Oh my god. So Ferrari with a championship blowing strategy blunder. How is that even allowed? There's no way Charles Leclerc stays at Ferrari after that. If he stays with Ferrari with all the driver transfers going on, because I believe Lewis Hamilton is retiring, so that's going to trigger a lot of transfers. There's no way he stays with Ferrari after that. And then George Russell, looks like here, he gets into an incident with Perez, and he loses his front wing end plate. So he has to go and pit after that. And that's the end of the race for him. He puts on the soft tires. He does manage to get the fastest lap, but doesn't matter because we won the championship. And then earlier on in the race, I guess, lap 20, Lando gets into it with George Russell. And he gets a hole in his front wing end plate as well. So that's going to affect his performance, and he slows down. Still a pretty good race for him overall. But oh my gosh, absolute miracle. I can't describe it any other way. Unbelievable. But now we're gonna find out as well if we took P3 in the constructors. So before we get into that, actually, here's the driver's standings for the season. We tie Charles Leclerc in points, 124 to 124. I'm gonna look back at the videos and see where we were at the halfway point of the season. But we managed to claw our way back with 4 wins in the last 5 races. And if we lost that, I would have been absolutely disappointed, because we still would have been able to win it if we did, or if we just finished really in the points in Belgium, because we had that DNF because of the engine component issues. But then look at that, we clutch. Absolutely clutch the sponsorship goal of finishing P3 in the constructors. We actually beat Mercedes by 11 points because they didn't finish in the points at all this race. So we scored maximum points over them, 40 points. Well, not maximum, we have to have a 1-2 with the fastest lap, but close enough. Double podium, 40 points over Mercedes in the final race, and we win the P3. We went P3 in the Constructors Championship. This has to be one of the most clutch races on all of YouTube. If you guys aren't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more races like this. Holy crap. Going into the halfway point of the season, going into Canada, we had 15 points in the first 5 races of the season. 15. Leclerc, on the other hand, I'm not going to do the exact math here, but looks like well above 40 points, maybe even 50. So we were back about 40-ish points, I would say, 50-ish points, and we clawed our way back with 4 wins in the last 5. And then now that I'm looking at it, Yuki Tsunoda also came in clutch and saved our season. Because in that Belgium race where we DNF'd, he won the race and Leclerc came in P2. So if Leclerc won that race, he would be driver's champion right now. But Yuki Tsunoda comes in clutch. Not the greatest season for him, but he performed when we needed him to in the Belgium Grand Prix, I guess, and in the season finale. And because of that, I am happy to announce that we are going to re-sign Yuki Tsunoda to a brand spanking new contract. This engineer, whoever is talking over me at the moment, but we're going to renegotiate a new contract with them. Hopefully he wants to stay with us. Okay, so he is going to accept our approach, and we are just gonna offer him the max money here, 10.77 million. So I think we signed him for, like 6. So his market value increased drastically over the course of this season. So he signs with us. That's gonna be our new teammate going into season 3, or not our new teammate, but he is going to be our teammate going into next season. And now we can simulate to the end of the season here. I think we're going to hold off on upgrades until the new season starts. So let's finish the season here. Look at that. We're going to go all the way up to 19 acclaim level as the Drivers' Championship. Yuki Tsunoda, not too far behind, honestly. And our acclaim level goes up to 22. So we're still quite a ways away from the new sponsorship deal. But look at that. This is the deal that I was talking about with our sponsor early on. We had to fulfill that P3, clutch it in the last race. We got 40 million total. We end the season with 4 wins, 2 pole positions, 124 points, and the Drivers' Championship. Yuki Tsunoda with 1 win, 59 points, no pole positions, and 9th in the Drivers' Championship. Pretty good season for him. Hopefully he can pick it up a little bit, because now we got to focus on winning the Constructors Championship come season 3. However, guys, that is going to be it for this one. The most clutch race in F1 23 history. I don't know if anyone else has performed a race more clutch than that, to be honest. Definitely in the top 10 in my opinion, at least for people on YouTube. I don't know, felt super clutch to me. It was a mega miracle. But if you guys enjoyed it, if you've watched up to this point, be sure to subscribe to the channel, drop a like on this video, and hit the notification bell so you guys know when season 3 starts. I'm not sure if I'll do a preseason video because there's probably a lot to do and I don't want to take up too much time in the video doing, you know, behind the scenes stuff. We're obviously going to have a brand new calendar, 10 race season as usual. But yeah, again guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your support throughout this entire season, and I will see you for season 3 in the next one. Have a great day, everyone.